Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kathy, and I thought for the month of February we would do some random love readings. These are in no particular order, so we're just going to do each zodiac sign, and it's going to be a reading for love and relationships for February 2020. And how this works is on this side here, this side will represent you, Aries. The side over here will represent the other person. Okay. So if you're in a relationship, that can be your partner, your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. If you're not in a relationship, this can be an ex-partner, can be somebody that you are thinking about or have a crush on. Basically, it's whoever you are thinking of when you're watching this video. Okay. So again, this is for the zodiac sign of Aries. And this is for sun, moon, and rising. And then we're going to take a look at the different energies between you and the other person and the potential outcome for the month of February. All right, so I'm using a couple different decks today. For the main read, I'm using the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. And then I'm also using some supporting oracle cards, and those are the Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley, and also the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. All right, so I just want to say thank you so much to all of you for watching and liking and commenting. I really appreciate it. And if you have not yet subscribed yet, please do that. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can contact me for that. I will leave all of my information down in the description box. All right, Aries, we're going to go ahead and get started with your reading. Again, this is for love and relationships for the month of February. So I'm going to take a look at the bottom of the deck. I always like to start with that. And this is kind of the overall energy for the month. So at the bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Cups. So you might be dealing with a water sign here, Aries. This could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This is somebody that's very emotional, okay? And this is my soulmate card. One of the soulmate cards that I refer to. So this person might be a soulmate of yours. You might have known them for a long time. You might have been together since you were younger, or you might have known each other as when you were children. For some of you, you might have even been together in a past life. So this is a very strong connection. There's very, very deep emotions with this person, okay? Now, underneath that, we have the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands reversed. So, very interesting combination here with these three cards. This Ten of Swords represents some type of betrayal or something that has hurt you. Now, this can be the person you're dealing with has hurt you. Something in the relationship has been very painful. With the Ten of Wands, something has become a burden, okay? I feel like with these two together, there might have been a recent breakup or a separation or something that a major disagreement between the two of you. You still have the Six of Cups, though, as your overall energy. So we're going to see how this plays out. I think I have an idea, but I want to see what the cards say, and we'll go from there, okay? So, Aries, we're going to start off with your energy. And the first card you have is the Four of Pentacles. So Aries, this is a card of you really holding back your feelings, holding back your emotions in the relationship. There can also be some concerns with financial difficulties. There might be a fear of spending money, or there might be a shortage of money. One of you might have been laid off or had a job loss even. But overall, this card does speak of holding on too tightly to your emotions and not feeling comfortable expressing them. Okay? I'm not saying that you don't have emotions or feelings for this person, but for some reason right now, you've been holding back. You've been holding them in and not really expressing them. Okay? So we're going to look at the other person. And your person, Aries, is showing up as the Empress. Okay, so this is a major arcana. This is a very strong feminine energy. It doesn't have to be a female, but it just means that this person can be very nurturing. They can be very much, it could be a female, but again, it could be a male. But this person does have a very motherly type personality. Okay, they're very nurturing. You might have children with this person. This can even denote a pregnancy here, or you've been trying to either have a family together, or you've been trying to start a family together. This can also symbolize the sign of Libra, so you might be dealing with a Libra. But it is a very emotional card. The Empress is not afraid to express how he or she feels. So I definitely see some conflict between the two of you. Aries, you're over here, holding on to your emotions. And your person is very much open emotionally and wanting to express how he or she feels to you. Okay? So that might be what the conflict is. But we're going to see more as we go here. All right, so the next card, Aries, represents your emotions. And you have the King of Pentacles reversed. So, again, we have the Pentacles. I do think that you might have been focusing a lot on work and maybe spending a lot of time at work lately, and really not been too much concerned about the relationship or about your emotions. With an Aries is a very hardworking sign. You're a fire sign. You're very, very much a go-getter. So I think when there is problems in a relationship, a lot of times you will pour yourself into your work. For some of you, this can be a hobby. It's something that you really enjoy doing. It takes your mind off of things. Now, as far as the emotions go, again, I feel like you're holding back those emotions. You're really focused on your finances or your job or your work right now, your career. And you might be using that as an excuse to not having time to talk about emotions, or not having putting the effort in to the relationship. Okay, now keep in mind, guys, the roles in this reading can be reversed. So just if you're an Aries and this side applies more to you, then just flip the roles around. Okay, so take it however it applies to your situation. All right, so we're going to move on to the other person and their emotions. So they have the Five of Swords. So very interesting here. Your person, Aries, has very conflicted emotions. All right. The Five is all about conflict. And with the swords, it's about overthinking things. So it feels to me like they are overthinking the situation. And their emotions seem to go kind of all over the place. What I'm kind of seeing is that emotionally they are either hot or cold. They kind of aren't very stable in their emotions. All right. Now, the Empress is typically a very nurturing, loving energy. But if you're over here, keeping everything inside and not expressing how you feel, emotionally, they are kind of conflicted about this. Okay, so they're wondering, how do you really feel about them? They really don't know, or they're having to guess or having to think. They're overthinking it. They might even start an argument about this. For some of you, they might be arguing that you are working too much or that you are too focused on money. And that might be the case, Aries. You might be focused on your money, but you might not have a choice. If you have a family and kids to take care of, then that might be your top priority right now. All right. So the next card you have, Aries, is going to show what actions you're going to take in the relationship. All right. So we have the Four of Wands reversed. So with this card, Aries, I feel like you might be really, really discouraged with how things have been going in the relationship. You might have had a breakup, or you might be considering breaking up with this person. This can be divorce if you are married. This can be, an actual divorce. It can be a separation of home. But it's definitely a breakup of that happy home and that happiness that you once had together. This is another soulmate card. This is an 1111 card. So, I do believe you guys are soulmates, but right now you're really struggling to connect or to really meet each other on an emotional level. So, Aries, you might be thinking of leaving or walking away, or have plans to maybe take some time apart and have some space to reevaluate this relationship. Okay. So, moving on to the other person and their actions. All right, so they have the Nine of Swords. Aries, I don't think that they're going to be doing much as far as any actions right now. Really, they're really up in their head a lot. They're very much worried. They're very much anxious. This is the Nightmare card, so they might be not sleeping. They might be having bad dreams. They're worried about losing you. Okay, they're worried about losing this connection that you have. They're worried about, they don't know how you feel about them because you're not really opening up to them or expressing how you feel. Okay, so this person might not be doing a whole lot except worrying and being afraid that they're going to lose you. They might not really want to face the reality of the situation. So, yeah, there's a lot of fear here. There's a lot of uncertainty, and there's a lot of worry and anxiety about where this relationship is going, and if it's going to be able to be fixed or worked on. Okay. All right. So the last cards we have here are going to be the potential outcome for the relationship for the month of February. So we're going to take a look here. So for the potential outcome for the relationship, Aries, you have the Page of Cups. So I see this as an apology. The Page of Cups is definitely, it's a water sign, it's a water energy. Now this can be coming from you, or this can be coming from them, or both. But I do see this as an offer and a very sincere apology. So whatever has happened between the two of you, they want forgiveness, or you want forgiveness, and you want to finally open up and tell them, look, I do love you. I do care about you. I do want to work on this. Or perhaps this is their energy coming to you and saying, you are my soulmate. I love you, and I want to work on this. I don't want this to end up in a separation or a divorce or a breakup. I want us to work on this. Okay. So this is definitely I see this as a good ending. One of you or both of you are going to be apologizing or wanting to offer your love, your emotions to the other person. So hopefully, if you really want to make this work, hopefully you're able to accept that apology and move on. Okay? So for the Oracle cards, we have Shadow Self. All right, so this is very interesting. The Shadow Self talks about a lot of our deepest, darkest fears, and you might have to do some inner work. I don't know if you may have heard the term shadow work. And this is going back into your subconscious, into your childhood. It can even be going back into your past life to really figure out what is the root of the problem. Okay. We all have a shadow side to us that is kind of like our dark side. So it's kind of rooted in fear. And for some of you, this might go back to your childhood. There might have been a fear of abandonment, a fear of commitment, a fear of not being accepted. And there's a lot of things I think that you need to uncover, Aries, and you need to heal from your past, okay? So this is asking you to take a look within, really take an honest look within and see what's going on inside your heart, okay? We also have healing family issues. And it says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, so again, this can go back to your childhood. Some of you might have had difficult childhoods. Your parents may have separated or divorced when you were very young. And you weren't able to really see what a healthy relationship was. There might have been some dysfunction in your family. This doesn't necessarily have to be your parents. It can be any type of family issues. Okay, it can be, siblings, aunts, uncles. It can be just within your family dynamic. But there's definitely a lot of healing that needs to be done here. And we can ask for forgiveness. with this Page of Cups. But if we don't really get to the root of the problem, then this, whatever the situation or the problem is, it's going to keep reoccurring, okay? So I feel like there's a lot of healing that needs to be done, Aries. And that can be you, that can be your partner, that can be both of you. I would definitely recommend perhaps some counseling, some therapy, maybe some couples counseling to really get to the root of the problem and be able to heal whatever those issues were that are haven't been dealt with. I feel like they haven't been dealt with, and now they're reoccurring in your relationship, your current relationship. Okay, so there you have your reading, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if this resonated with you, please leave me a comment. I love to read all of your comments and hear about your own personal situations. And like I said, these are going to be random love readings throughout the month of February. If you would like me to do a specific sign, leave that in the comments as well. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can contact me for that. I'll leave all of the information down in the description box. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great rest of the month.